Hi, I'm Brandon Kahila. Welcome to Streetwise. Everyone has a home address. And everyone with a home address lives on a street, avenue, boulevard, or road. Have you ever been curious about the origin of your street and the reason your street has the name it does? In this show, we'll learn about the individuals whose lives influenced our city streets and the reason places are named as they are. We'll go back in history, revealing the stories within some of the greatest streets on Earth, here on Streetwise. Hi, I'm Brandon Kahila. In this episode of Streetwise, we'll be traveling down historic Gulf Boulevard. It stretches all the way from St. Petersburg to Clearwater. I'm here at Gulf View in 2nd, home to the Hyatt Hotel, conveniently located right next to Clearwater Beach. Let's go check it out. Feel the warm Gulf breeze, gaze out at the azure sea, and let the sublime feeling of complete relaxation wash over you as you step into the welcoming lobby of the remarkable Clearwater Beach Hotel and Resort. The Grand Hyatt is known for its exquisite beauty.
Going up.
Balanced between the turquoise waters of the Gulf of Mexico and the picturesque intracoastal waterway, the only waterfront Hyatt on Florida's west coast is inspired by classic yet contemporary West Indies style. This beautiful hotel is located right next to Clearwater Beach. On a scale of 1 to 10, I rate this one an 11. Clearwater Beach is located on the Gulf of Mexico, on the west central coast of Florida in the United States. The average local temperature of this subtropical tourist haven is 73 degrees, with fall and spring being the most comfortable seasons. The area is characterized by a white sand beach, stretching for 2.5 miles along the Gulf, and sits on one of the country's barrier islands. It has a full marina on the intercoastal waterway side, and is linked to the south by a short bridge to another island called Sand Key, where, on the near end, is found a large public beach park, directly on the Gulf. This is Sand Key, located just south of Clearwater Beach. If you want a good place to have a picnic, or just enjoy some of nature's beauty, look no further than Sand Key. Sand Key Park, which closes at dark, has picnic and fishing accommodations, a nature trail, beach concession stands, and very spacious parking lots. By contrast, the main part of Clearwater Beach is so densely developed that it can be difficult to navigate by car. These two islands, as well as the islands containing the Island Estates neighborhood, are part of the city of Clearwater, whose downtown core, aka Cleveland Street District, lies a couple of miles to the east, over the newly completed Clearwater Memorial Causeway. Now we're here in Bellevue Beach, located just north of Sand Key, a great place to take in some sun. The Bellevue Biltmore Resort is a hotel, resort, and spa that opened in 1897. The 820,000 square foot facility is registered in the U.S. National Register of Historic Places. The resort also has clay tennis courts, Spanish sculptures, and other luxury touches to keep some of the old world close to Bel Air Beach. There is an old legend hereabouts, whose origin has long been lost, that an old Indian chief, whose tribe made the Ocala area its home, became very ill. The medicine man finally decided old Chief Clickasee was surely headed for the happy hunting grounds, and as a last resort, sent for the chief's blood brother, Chief Nu Wah. Chief Nu Wah knew of a wonderful healing spring several moons away towards the setting sun, and soon the chief's braves were carrying their old chief in a litter towards the western water. They came to a place, along a narrow stretch of water, whose banks were lined with huge travertine rocks. Nu Wah told the tribe that the spring was located on the sandy island that stretched in front of them. The teepees were pitched on the rocky shore, and canoes took them across to an island where the spring was soon found. The chief regained his health quickly after drinking the mineral waters, and each year from then on, the tribe traveled to the rocks and the spring. It was originally an Indian campsite, and got its name from the large red rocks found along its shoreline. Its first settlers were a pair of Robinson Crusoe-type brothers named Cochrane. In 1883, four Cedar Key speculators sailing to St. Petersburg stopped to explore the island. They were fascinated by the island's possibilities for future development and bought it from the Cochrane brothers for a nominal sum. It is said that the brothers bartered their island for little more than a string of beads and $25, figuratively speaking, like the Indians of Manhattan. Now we're at Indian Rocks Beach, home to some of the most beautiful condominiums in the world. The site where in 1805, Lewis and Clark stopped for their expedition. They were the ones responsible for giving Clearwater its name. I'm gonna go check it out. Indian Rocks Beach, South Shore, is one of the oldest and smallest beach communities, and had the longest name. It was originally an Indian campsite, and got its name from the large red rocks found along its shoreline. The town of Redington Beach, Florida, is located on a barrier island in the Gulf of Mexico. It is bordered by North Redington Beach to the north, Madeira Beach to the south, the Intercoastal Waterway to the east, and the Gulf of Mexico to the west. Redington Beach is primarily a waterfront residential community. Redington Beach is a state-chartered municipality located in Pinellas County, west of Tampa, Tampa Bay, and St. Petersburg. We're here at John's Pass, a great place to eat, drink, or even rent a wave runner. Let's go check it out. Known for its quiet atmosphere and sandy white beaches, this beach site, near John's Pass Village, is located by an old fishing village converted into a shopping center, with over 110 shops, art galleries, fine dining restaurants, and more. We're about to go inside the Friendly Fisherman restaurant, one of the best places here in John's Pass to grab a bite.
My first name is Jim. My last name is Kalea. I am the manager here at the Friendly Fisherman. We've been in business for the last 33 years. It is family owned and operated. The owners are the original owners from back in 1972, I believe they opened. We are shaped in a lighthouse. It was made into the Friendly Fisherman for the fact of them building a little spot of it being a little lighthouse and actually looking out over the bays and the Gulf and watching the dolphins, and they decided to open up into a restaurant. From that, it exploded into a bar atmosphere in the basement, so we have a separate restaurant and a separate bar. But we're located on the John Pass Boardwalk, which is completely owned by the family as well. So there's a lot of history behind this entire place. The original father, his name escapes me for some reason, but he's known to be in the walls here. He's passed on a few years ago, and his daughter Kathleen is the head honcho here, and her sister Jackie is also one of the big honchos here. And then there's Jackie Pemberton, who is one of the managers, and myself, who's one of the managers. And we have several supervisors. We have a really good staff here, and nice, strong backing in here. A lot of our employees here have been here for 30 years. I mean, we're open all year round. We're right on the bay. You can see, right on the Gulf, I'm sorry. And you can see the dolphins swimming in the Gulf while you're having your dinner and your lunch, or your breakfast. But it's mostly tourists that come through. And this time of the season is spring break time, so we got a lot of kids, and their families are with them. They come in, they have dinner, and then the kids go their own way and go have fun on the beach, which is right across the street. And the parents stay around and shop. But it's really family oriented. It's a nice upbeat restaurant, and the clientele that come in are just overly happy all the time.
We're here at the Friendly Fisherman restaurant, where Wes is gonna cook us up something great. What are you making today, man?
It's a crab cake stuffed tilapia.
Oh, great.
Top with hollandaise.
Sounds great. Serving since 1978, the Friendly Fisherman is John Pass's oldest original seafood restaurant. The old Florida favorites include a variety of fish, including grouper and tilapia, like you see here. They're all sure to tantalize your taste buds. You can order any fish broiled, fried, Cajun, or blackened. And if you've caught your own, they'll be happy to cook it up for you anywhere you'd like. Be sure to visit the downstairs bar, where you can listen to live music every weekend, and some weeknights.
So what kind of veggies is that?
Squash. We got squash, zucchini, and sliced whole mushrooms.
Oh.
It's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes.
Now what are you making?
This time, this is going to be an Alfredo pasta.
Oh, okay, the Alfredo.
It's got mahi nuggets, fantail shrimp, and scallops. Bacon. It's a mayonnaise cream sauce.
Oh, okay.
Served over better rice.
Sorry. There it is. The hollandaise. Hollandaise. Really good. Only on like eggs Benedict. But in this case,
I'm Scott Wooster from the Friendly Fisherman restaurant in Johns Pass, Florida, and this is our crab stuffed tilapia, topped with hollandaise sauce.
We now come to Madeira Beach. It rests just between Clearwater Beach and St. Pete Beach. It stretches 2 miles long and was a favorite resting spot for pirates like John Levesque. Madeira Beach has been the favorite spot for many people vacationing away from home. Its laid-back atmosphere, clean streets, excellent police department, and proximity to everything make it a home away from home for many. Water sports, shopping, dining, diving, and fishing are just some of the many things to do here. In fact, there are so many activities in and around Madeira that you could stay busy for months checking them all out. Madeira Beach's great location makes it a great destination for locals and tourists alike. Madeira Beach is only 40 minutes from Tampa's Busch Gardens and only 20 minutes from St. Petersburg's Sunken Garden. There are also many other attractions nearby for those folks who enjoy sightseeing and adventure theme parks. If the nightlife is your scene, then there are many lounges and clubs nearby for visitors of any age. Dance the night away or sit back at the backyard tiki hut sipping tropical drinks and watch the sunset over the Gulf of Mexico. Our trek on Gulf Boulevard brings us here, to Sunshine Beach, located at the north end of Treasure Island, Florida, just south of Johns Pass. This laid-back beach parallels Sunshine Boulevard. This small beach is very quiet and unassuming. Laid back is an understatement. Believe it or not, it's actually listed on the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration charts for the Pinellas County Gulf beaches west of St. Petersburg, Florida. You rarely see young families with children on this beach. Most of the people who go here are older. They are residents on the northern end, or retirees traveling and renting out a condo or apartment. It's a nice place to swim, walk over and watch the boats go in and out of Johns Pass, read, and doze off. This is the historic Thunderbird Resort, located here in Treasure Island. Let's go see what's inside. Treasure Island got its name from an early hotel owner who buried, then discovered, a couple of wooden chests on the beach. The hotelier claimed that the chests were filled with treasure. News of the discovery spread quickly and people began calling the area Treasure Island. The name stuck. Early visitors relied on sporadic ferry service in 1939. A bridge linking the island to the mainland was built. New hotels, restaurants, and attractions have been added, but the main draw for today's visitors is still the town's 3 miles of white, sandy beaches on the Gulf of Mexico. Go swimming, shelling, sunning, snorkeling, golf, parasailing, and more. walk the beach after dinner, and enjoy memorable sunsets. St. Pete was co-founded by John C. Williams, formerly of Detroit, Michigan, who purchased the land in 1876, and Peter Demons, who was instrumental in bringing the terminus of a railroad there in 1888. St. Petersburg was incorporated on February 29th, 1892, when it had a population of only some 300 people. It was named after St. Petersburg, Russia, where Peter Demons had spent half of his life. A local legend says that John C. Williams and Peter Demons flipped a coin to see who would have the honor of naming the city. Peter Demons won and named the city after his birthplace, while John C. Williams named the first hotel after his birthplace, Detroit, a hotel built by Demons. The Detroit Hotel still exists downtown, but has been turned into a condominium. The oldest running hotels are the historic Pier Hotel, built in 1921, formerly Hotel Cordova, and the Heritage Hotel, built in 1926. St. Pete Beach offers a complete assortment of water sports, wave runners, scuba diving, fishing, and parasailing. Land-based activities include everything from a visit to historic Fort DeSoto Park, shelling trips to Shell Key, or a visit to Florida orange groves, and a winery in South Pasadena. This winery is just one of the handful of wineries in Florida. They have completely natural wines that are both unusual and delicious, and free wine tasting. On April 15, 1528, Spanish explorer Panfilo de Narvaez landed on the west coast of Florida. It is believed that he came ashore somewhere between St. Pete Beach and Clearwater. On May 30th, 1539, a well-known Spanish explorer, Hernando de Soto, came to the Tampa Bay area and began a conquest that would change the world. Hernando de Soto came ashore on or near the south shores of Tampa Bay. He began his expeditions of the southeastern region of the United States, encountering Native Americans and hard times as he passed through this beautiful territory. He died on May 21st, 1542. There is some dispute as to the origin and meaning of the name Tampa. It is believed to mean sticks of fire in the language of the Calusa, a Native American tribe that once lived south of the area. Other historians claim the name refers to the place to gather sticks. Sticks of fire may also relate to the high concentration of lightning strikes that Tampa Bay receives every year during the hot and wet summer months. Well, we've reached the end of Gulf Boulevard here in Clearwater, Florida. I'm Brandon Kahila, and now you're Streetwise.